Alright, so let me post this. Oh, did you invite Reach to the party?
Yeah.
Alright. Like, what the fuck is he doing? He's stupid or something. Alright. Do 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 do. Alright, let's get down to it.
Yeah.
Alright, we here. Let me Alright. I just realized what they just said. Alright. Give people a few minutes to come on in the room.
What up, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
What's good?
Alright, so make sure all your volumes are, make sure your emoticons are on. Damn. Hold on. Alright, so first things first, welcome to the podcast. It is Sunday, so we're gonna dip and dodge a little bit. But 99.9% of the topics will be about the league. First things first, I know a lot of people are wondering like how are these people in their top 10, and I of course I want to explain the rankings. But first things first, I want to talk about a user that we actually seen potential in, and we thought, in the first podcast we talked about him, and we were like, you know what, he can actually turn this team around with Jonathan Taylor, and he got a rookie quarterback in Anthony Richardson. But this is also his favorite team. So usually when you play with your favorite team, you play with a little chip on your shoulder. But he has done the total opposite. He has dropped 7 games, lost 7 losses back to back to the following users: Mutt, which is the Rams user; Titans Roxy; Jaguars Piero; Owen with the Browns; H-Town with the Saints; and then Still C with the Panthers, who, by the way, we're going to talk about because he's actually been doing really well. Now, I don't know if this is a tanking situation or if this is just, him, being bad right now, but he was actually one of the users that we talked about in the first podcast, that he could take that extra step towards success and actually go far, maybe possibly into the playoffs with the division that he had. A few people picked P. Earl to actually win that division. But Anthony Richardson has 8 interceptions on the season to 4 touchdowns. Now, we're going to, hopefully you guys can hear all of them. That's in here. We have Owen, Phil, Reese, and I think that's it right now. But, last but not least, let's talk about Anthony Richardson. He is, right now, not doing so well. 4 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and only completing half of his passes exactly at 50%. So, Dre is a user. I mean, is he tanking, or is this him really struggling? We're going to start off with Reese.
Looking at all the losses he got, I don't think he's tanking. He got a lot of close losses that probably could have went either way. I think he's just struggling right now. And looking at AR stats, 4 touchdowns, 8 picks. I mean, I don't see a thing. I just think he's struggling. But a lot of those close losses could have either went either way. I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen one of Dre games yet, but it's not like he's getting blown out. So that 1-8 could easily be 8-1 with all the close losses he got.
Okay, Owen, is he muted? Maybe I can hear him.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't hear
Dez?
him.
Um, Personally, I don't know what's going on with Dre. I think he did he win this? Did he win like week 1 or 2?
He
I
won
see.
week 2.
I see he had a good win. I thought he was finna start catching the groove, but I don't know, man. You got Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor. I'll be read optioning all day, all game. Like every play, read option. Like I don't know. Maybe his defense giving it up.
Well, while we're there, we're going to talk about another top 10 user as well. Is Phil in here? Where's Phil? I feel like he in here.
He in here.
He in
Oh,
here.
he's
I don't
muted
know
right
if he
now.
has a
Okay,
mic
okay.
though.
Oh, they won't be able to hear Owen anyway because he's on the PSN app. He actually had to join, so they won't be able to hear him. But, okay, so we're going to jump to another user, the Cardinals, actually. First to start off, the UT had actually started off struggling. He really wasn't doing too well at all with the Cardinals. He had lost won 4 out of his first 5, and then turned around and won the next 3 out of his 4. He did have a 59-0 loss to Swag week 2, which was like the downfall for him. And then he turned around and beat JD 30-27 the next week. Lost to Phil 30-25, lost to LD, but then turned around, beat the Rams, Chris, and then me with a comeback, and then he lost to Owen. But, UT was actually regarded as a top 10 user coming into this Madden in the rankings. And we kind of expected without, DeAndre Hopkins and maybe not that perfect wide receiver core that he may need it with, Kyler Murray like he had with Justin Herbert. We kind of figured he might take a step back or whatnot. But do you think that when it comes down to UT, you think that he can make it, or you think he's just going to fake it out? Because the NFC West right now don't really have a lot of good teams in it record-wise. Obviously Phil's up top, and, you may have Chris here and there who's trying to come back. And then you have Mutt who's struggling, and then you have UT who's struggling. So do you think, UT does have 19 interceptions on the year so far with Kyler Murray. He's running with Fournette with 500 yards, and then 500 yards with his tight end McBride and his wide receiver Marquise Brown. But do y'all think that, UT could turn around and win it all, or do y'all believe that Phil's going to actually win this division by far?
I think Phil gonna run away with the division. It's just right now. Let me go to the standings because I think Phil got like a 3 game lead right now, and I think his team too good to not keep that lead. I think UT is a good user, but I don't think he out there fighting for his life with them Cardinals.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only way I think UT can make it, because I mean he was one of the worst teams, but he's only a game and a half behind Phil. So I think that speaks to credit to him that he's competing in that division, and there's a very high possibility of winning that division. I'm like Phil's 5-3 and he's 4-5, so Phil drop a couple games, UT get on the roll, anything can happen.
Yeah, that's definitely how it probably will go. Now, when it comes down to Phil at first had kind of scared me, when he first started off the season, but he actually turned around. Like I said, like y'all said, the team actually is good and decent, so he should have find some kind of way to, make it, to win a division. But I think UT is going to warm up. I don't see him staying behind too long, and I think Chris, I don't know, because he keeps getting close, or he's just going to lose by a lot. So that's how he either on or he's off. But the most important thing that I want to get to this podcast is the rankings. I know that there have been questions, and I know that not everybody's probably watching now, so they'll probably watch later. So let me address it now. This rankings actually was a little bit different because there were a few users in there a user that we're definitely going to talk about, the Carolina Panthers. But there were a few users in there that just didn't, wasn't nowhere near the top 10. First of all, Tad came in at number 10. You had On with number 8. The Jaguars were somewhere nearby, but I don't believe they were top 10. And then, of course, the top 4, top 5 you already had. But the Falcons user Dez actually demanded a recount, but the Green Bay Packers lead us with number 1. Now, the Packers haven't really had a tough schedule. But, and I'm not saying that they're a product of their schedule, because they actually turned around, they actually beat the Falcons early in the season. Now, they'll probably see each other again in the playoffs. Dez lost to Reese 24-17, and then turned around and won the rest of his games. His most notable win after that was probably the top 5 user by the name of Mark, who actually believes that he's a top 5 user. And then he actually turned around and beat PR week 4. Whereas if for Reese kind of started off with Jordan Love, and we didn't think that he would make it with Jordan Love. On the last podcast, we talked about the struggles that he would go through without A-Rod. But he's actually turning around and won the games that's on his division. Now, for the most part, everybody that he's played is either under 500 or right on that 500 line. The rest of his schedule doesn't really get difficult until week 14 when he plays Giants, who's the number 2 ranked user right now in the top 10 rankings. And then he turns around and plays T-Nice, Mir, of course, and then he plays his cousin week 16. And so when it gets to the end of the season, the last 5-6 weeks is where it gets tough.
That Giants game gonna be a real big game because I think they 1-2 in the 1-2 in the NFC right now. So that game probably gonna play a big factor in who get a higher seed.
Absolutely. So while we're talking about seeds, though, Des, did you feel like you belonged on top of one of these users?
Oh no, I definitely don't belong on one. Reese beat me. I couldn't stop Aaron Jones for some reason. Uh, but he rolling right now with them Packers. I give it to him. That D line pretty nasty too.
You think he can make it to the Super Bowl, Des?
If he keep doing what he's doing, that playoffs a whole different monster though. I
Okay.
ain't gonna say he can. I ain't gonna say he can't. I just gotta see it because, as we know, and this ain't no shot at you, Reese. You been kind of shaky these last couple of matches. I just gotta see it. I just ain't seen it.
I mean, people tend to forget. So I mean, people didn't think I was going to make the playoffs without A-Rod. That's the narrative people brought up. Even though I had Jordan Love last year, made him superstar, etc. But I'm just going to work in silence, silence the haters.
For sure. Now, see, I ain't saying you ain't gonna make the playoffs. I'm
No,
saying
I'm
that
not
Super
saying
Bowl
just. I'm just saying
win.
you. Hey, listen, as long as you get in, anything can happen.
For sure.
Just gotta
For
get
sure.
in.
Yeah, I mean, so that's basically how it goes. So Reese came in number 1. Number 2 is the Giants. I just think, I mean, regardless, there's just some users that you look at and you're like, you know what, they'll be somewhere along the line. But the difficulty that I actually like in the NFC is that I know that Dez can beat Swag, Swag can beat Dez, Reese can beat Dez, Reese can beat Swag. And right now, and that's where the top 3 really lies at. But then you have certain users like the Panthers, who's brand new to the league, and Reese brought him in, and ever since then he's been lighting it up, and he hasn't been lighting it up against great users, I would say, but for the most part, he's been taking on the schedule that he has to take on, and he plays the Bears and the Cowboys and the Titans and the Bucks next, and so I think in those 4 games we'll see, because Brook, I mean, some people may say Brook is a run over, but I think he'll give him a little challenge, and then definitely. And then definitely JD with the Cowboys. But you did not, Dez, you did not play this new Panthers user, or you did?
I played him. He got comp. Like he gon' ball. He gon' ball. So he definitely ain't no pushover. So he
Okay,
gon' he
so
gon' he gon' he gon' win some games for sure.
I do know for sure that he probably plays on I do know for sure that he plays on Xbox as well. So
Yeah.
this is not his first Madden League. He's very experienced. The only issue that I have, obviously, when looking over his stats, is he's thrown 22 interceptions and he has 22 touchdowns. And still in that division. I mean, that division is a little difficult because I mean I'm not discounting the Saints, but between Mir and Dez, he has two Super Bowl winners in his division. And so I kind of ranked him in the top 10 because I just think, with the level of difficulty that he has in that division, and then he's turning around, he's running the ball and passing the ball, and BJ Chark and Scanlon and Sanders. So he's definitely turning around and doing what he needs to do with the offense. Like I said, the next few games were against the Bears and teams like that will actually, be that test of faith for him. But we'll see how that turns out. Now, the next team that I would like to discuss is I want to discuss the New York Jets. Now, Aaron Rodgers is lighting it up right now. Varian Aaron Rodgers is lighting it up, but I want to zoom in on the AFC East. Starting this season off, I said, this might be a 3 or 4 man race. A 2 or 3 man race. Now, after Gio beat Ike, it kind of raised a few eyes because people started acting like, hey, he doesn't belong in 32nd ranked user. Well, now he's 1-7. The second thing is when we look at a user like
You said who won the 7?
Gio.
Gio.
When we look at a user like Hefe, he has all the weapons in the world. I mean, right now with Tyreek Hill and Waddle, and I'm not gonna say Tua is the best. He's not the best quarterback, but offensively, he plays Tad this week. By the way, I'm expecting a game over 90 points. I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be a
He
shootout.
he ain't played the last couple games. He probably won't play this game because he's dealing with a family emergency. So a couple of those losses is fourth losses.
Oh, okay. Well, no, let me not say that. That would be very insensitive and not appropriate. So we'll deal with the Jets and the Bills for the most part. The Bills was the number one ranked user coming into this year, but they played week 1, and Barry gave him a piece of his mind. He beat his ass 31-10, and then they play again in week 11. But a lot of people disagree with Maceo being number 1. But I'm going to call on one of my favorites, when it comes to talking about this guy. So there's you and a few others counted out there. Y'all talked about how he wasn't, as elite. What's up, LD? I didn't even know you were in here. Yeah, I got to get to you. You're
Your
sorry ass. I
your
beat
mic
you.
going in and out. So what you said?
It's not going in and out. So I want to talk about Maceo and Very really quick. Very beat Maceo 31-10. And, I mean, ever since then, I mean, he's been essentially running the table too. He's 5-2. Do you think Barry is back, or do you think that Maceo is still, the better user?
Well, year one is what very he on a different level year one because majority of the time he know a little something more than everybody year one, and he normally had that X factor quarterback everybody ain't got to start out. That's We ain't gonna sit here and act like teams don't matter and players don't matter because they do, especially in a franchise that start with stock teams. Teams are better. You said who? Ike
Yeah,
just
he
beat
did.
Barry ass with the Eagles too. We ain't gonna sit here and act like teams ain't.
G- Gio was supposed to be very too, but he said he pulled the plug.
Mm.
Well, I mean, hey,
So
I'm just telling y'all what I know. I ain't seen Barry play. I ain't played him.
I just think people they catching on like ain't nobody scared to play very.
I don't think nobody ever was scared to play him.
Not scared, but how people be like, oh, I'm playing this guy next. Like they start psyching
Yeah,
themselves out.
that cheese
Yeah,
be unmatched sometime though, boy.
But I think people starting to catch on.
Well,
Only thing that's bad about Maceo, bro, he can't pass. It's just not in him. Even with an X Factor quarterback, it just like we've been giving him praise about being able to do it without an X Factor quarterback. I think I think him even having an X Factor quarterback look like he don't need one. Like just give him. If I was him, I would trade Josh Allen. I would trade him.
Again, I haven't even watched any of his games. So I don't know what he's doing. But right. It's a bailout if he needed.
oh, LD. I'm sorry, I had to listen. Share your mic with them. That way they can hear you. My bad. So they can't hear you on the stream. We can only hear the responses to what they're saying.
Right,
So
you
share
gotta
your
go
mic.
to the settings or something like that.
Yeah. While that's happening, the next topic will be on the main Mish. He has probably the best team in the league right now,
What team?
and he's folding. And so we all put pressure on everybody else, but this pressure is right on Ike's neck because he's 45 right now. You know, he lost to Gio, of course. He lost to Mir. He lost to Mutt. Um,
Mud ain't no easy out, man.
No, he
Man, I
ain't.
just played him, and that Rams team, they get after the quarterback, and they open up holes like crazy.
But Mud ain't gonna
but I
let you
mean,
get beat him.
I'm saying that we could possibly be talking about Ike missing the playoff season one. He plays Maceo week
Mm,
12. He plays the Giants twice. Still, he got to still play the Giants twice. He plays Phil. We're gonna see how that go. He plays Tad, who, believe it or not, I don't care what nobody say. Here and there, Tad can step up. Um,
Yeah,
and so we could be looking
Ike
at
is
7 to 8
yeah,
losses.
Ike
I'm
is
gonna say
strange right
this.
now.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say this. Like Chuck say on TNT. I guarantee Ike miss playoffs. I guarantee it.
Mm.
It's a guarantee. Cause that division I only seen it two. JD starting to catch fire. He done figured it out that he just gotta run the ball. And
And I was about to say he
Swag
just
got a
dominated Ike.
big ass lead in the division, I think.
Yeah, he 8
Well,
one. I think the next person got 4
Swag
losses.
definitely going. But see, your division as well might send. I mean, depending on how Panthers finish out, could send 2 or 3.
They not sending three. They play each other too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They not sending three.
Mm.
And Swag, since Swag
No.
already
I'm
got
talking about
eight
your division,
wins,
AF, NFC,
huh?
NFC South, because Panthers has an easy path where he could lose 2 or 3 more games, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Yeah.
C going to get in. That's going to be one
And
wild card.
Mir, and I mean, once he kind of locks in with I mean, the running game really is overpowered this Madden, I believe, because I mean,
Cause
once
what
Mir locks in, I don't think. I mean, who does he play for the rest? He plays Titans, 49ers, Colts, Panthers,
Yeah,
Falcons.
he played C twice, so that's 2 times.
Oh, yeah. He might run this, and he played Dez one more time. Yeah.
And he played me too, so
Yeah.
Mir
He might
got
run
some
it.
games to play.
Yeah, he might run into a little issue,
Cause how
but
many get in? Seven? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right now, if the playoffs started today, Mark out, UT out, Ike out, Carmen out, Pooty out, uh,
I think Pootie's not gonna make it. I
Austin.
don't think Pootie gonna make it. I don't
Nah,
think.
like what
Pooty
he,
done. If you
yeah,
got
Pootie
five
ain't making
losses
it.
right now, I think you done.
Yeah, he's
It's too
done.
early in the season to have five losses in the
Mark ain't
playoffs.
making it. He already done sold his team. So
Mark
NFC
ain't
North
the
is only
same
getting
without the
one.
alpha, man. I said that
Definitely,
too.
definitely. It's probably going to be Mir, C, and probably
Pootie
JD.
said he's not done. Please don't count him out.
Pootie, you not
You
making the
got
playoffs,
five
bro.
losses, bro. That shit gonna be
Yeah, that's
hard to
that's a
come back
lot. He
from
should
that.
have had 6, but Maul basically gifted you that.
Oh my God. I'm trying to keep the Ravens off of the list. We talk about them every time.
Cause
Um,
basically, I'm gonna say this. And with how the playoffs be looking, if you got 10 wins, you in. 10 wins, you in.
I don't
I,
even know.
I
I don't even know if that's going to be the case because, I mean, you got Swag, you, Reese, and who's going to win it? And we're going to say Phil. It's 3 more spots.
10 wins, you in, bro. Cause
That's what
think
I'm
about it.
saying.
We're going to see.
Cause all right. Cause how many weeks is it? 17. So it's 16 games.
It's 18 weeks now. So
Oh,
17.
18 weeks. So 17
Yeah.
games. So 10-7 get you in, bro. Cause you gotta think about it. All these 5 lost teams, 6 lost teams, they losing 2, 3 more games. You can count on that shit. Like
That
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 that's
you
a
know
that's a
what?
good
You know
bet.
what? You know what? You're probably correct.
No, but
You're
like
probably
10 is
correct.
definitely a safe number. 11 is basically a guarantee.
11 is a lock.
Yeah.
10, I say you win. But let's
Absolutely.
see what.
So saying that though, Ike was a top 5 user going into this year. I mean, a lot of the users that were tip top were, not there. But I'm trying to get every team in. So let me move on to the next.
See,
The next team, unfortunately, y'all can't hear him because he's through the PSN app. But I'll speak for him myself. The Browns user Owen has
He's
taken
a
over the
baller.
AFC North. He's
On
six and
rolling.
he's 6-2, and there is nothing right now that can really be said bad about him. Besides he lost to LD. Um,
That's terrible. That's
but
just terrible.
I think he doing
You,
better than what a lot of
you
people
finna
projected though.
yeah, you
you
ain't
finna sit
listen.
right here and act like Chubb ain't that guy.
The
That we ain't
power
finna
of
do
Nick Chubb right now is showing
that.
y'all, and it's. I mean,
Man,
here's the fact of the matter. Here's the fact of the matter. He doesn't. I mean, he plays me next week. If I don't win that game, I can kiss the division goodbye. But after that, he doesn't have a tough schedule. He has Herb T-Day, who I don't know what way that's going to go. Mutt, y'all say Mutt is not a layover. Y'all say Mutt can actually sneak up sometime win games. I think he's going to lose to Pierre. I think he's going to lose to Brooke. J. Cole, I haven't heard no noise from him, so I'm assuming,
I think Jaco tanking, bro.
that's what
Because
I thought because remember he missed a lot at the beginning of the season. I thought.
Owen texted me and said LD played him while he was on the hot spot.
Oh shit.
I'm just relaying messages. I
And
ain't,
then and
hey.
then week 17 he plays Barry, who he could lose. And then week 18 could be for second place in the AFC North, and he plays the Bengals. So that may be a fight to the finish. But I mean, other than that, no. Honestly, he's been running with Nick Chubb. I mean, it is hard to stop Chubb. I don't care what nobody says. Once Chubb gets started, it's rough.
Yeah,
And
good
he's
luck
six
with
and
the
two right
Bucks.
now. Um,
That ALC tight though, boy. See,
but
see the
LD,
AFC.
let's talk about you. Oh wow, LD, you're very confident. You're very confident, and we like that. But you're 5-3 right now, and you just got your ass handed to you by the Bills, and the 49ers back to back.
I think Phil back in here now.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, Phil?
Philly Phil.
What's going on?
Phil, they said
Hey,
they said that you were too old to play. They said that you would not make it. They said that you would struggle this Madden. That's what UT. I remember UT week one said I got old ass Phil in my division. But you leading by 5-3, and. So I mean, what's the key to success? It seems like you're getting older and you're still getting better. Do you think that you're gonna win this division, or you think it's gonna get a little tough for you at the end?
Am I gonna? Yeah, I'm gonna win the division. If I lose this division, I might as well quit the league right after this year.
Wow.
UT ain't it. UT think he a
Damn.
top 10 user. He ain't it. And his boy, where's his boy Mark at? Is he in here? I'm
Oh,
Bab dominating these West Coast guys this year.
Tell him, Phil. Mark ain't it.
Mark said
Mark
he
ain't
top.
it.
Mark said he
Top
top
5
five,
user
y'all. Mark
too.
said he top 5. He
Boy,
said
I
y'all
took
better
respect
let
him.
top
Mark wake
5
up.
and
Mark
top
gonna be
10 out this
boiling.
year. That's what they was crying about before Madden started, right? They were
He
top
said he
5,
was the
top
number
10.
two. He said he was the number 2 ranked user. Now he's 4 and 5.
Look at him
I don't
now.
know where the hell he got
hmm
that number 2 rank from.
That's what that was his list when he did it. He said number 2.
Yeah,
I
he
said
said
this
he
man
said
is
he was top
high.
tier. But even last year when Mark would play, Mark traded for Brady, and they were the only seasons that he really stuck out. The only seasons I really can think about is when he had Brady. And that was a
And
little better for
Donovan,
him. But I mean, besides that, he didn't
Like,
really do too much.
like he made that trade just now, what, for Dorian Thompson Robinson? For
Yeah,
what? Like, why? Like,
he give it up on
we
Kirk, I guess.
8 9 weeks in the season. It's
I
too
guess he
late to
give it
try to
yeah,
up.
build a
you should have
quarterback.
did that like week
Week 1.
1, 2, like not week 8. Like now you behind the ball.
After he lost to me, he started just like unraveling. He started trading everybody. Then he just lost again to Dez, and then he's like, I think he's defeated. I don't think he's been in the chat since.
Mm.
He's top because you don't want to
What
hear it.
happened
He's
to
top
them?
5.
Did he start that spreadsheet?
That's what I
No,
asked. I said,
look,
I
look,
hope
look,
he's
look, look.
still doing it. He probably ain't gonna do it no more.
That spreadsheet is not happening no more. I'm telling y'all that right now. It ain't happening. He talking about he was waiting for my Madden. He could have got right on Madden and did it if he really wanted to. He not doing that at all. That's not
Matter of
happening
fact,
at
He
right
all.
now.
definitely ain't doing it no more. That's I thought he was trying to get Cook from Very in the beginning, but I guess he said he was gonna rock out with in Wingwood or whatever his name is.
Them stretches don't hit the same with Canadian.
Nah, not at all.
But yeah, I mean it's a lot of things. Obviously, Herb, thank y'all. There's a lot of bums that we gotta give praise to too. Thank you, Herb.
Damn,
Thank
Herb
you,
been playing good
Gio.
this year, man.
he almost
I
beat
think
you, Ma. You gonna call him a
he
bum?
No, no, no. It's
Herb
all
almost
respect. It's all
got me
respect. No, no,
week
no, no, no,
1.
no. It's he know what I mean. It's respect. It's respect. I don't mean no harm.
Can't
Um,
say we finna salute the bombs.
but
Hey.
listen. So
Old school
Brooks,
gonna tap you out. You keep talking shit.
he be always like taking me always. He almost beat me all the time. But is that type of is that timing, and the only division I really want to know what's going on because I really thought that Tease was going to win the AFC West, and I thought that he would win it, and I thought that it wouldn't be close.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think once Tag get in here, I don't see Tease. Let's look at Tease for a second, see his schedule.
Isn't
So,
Tad like Tease's kryptonite? Like
no,
Tease
I
can't
think
beat Tad,
Boy, I
right?
wish
Who is
Dad
the
would have
who is
stayed
the
in my
user that
division and the
Tease
new
has a
Panthers
problem
user would have been
against?
over there.
the thing about it is he has not played. Now, I will say the AFC West have a tough division. I mean, a tough schedule because the people that Tease lost to Maceo 63-16. He lost to RA. I don't know how. Okay. He lost to Packers 34-0. He lost to the Bears 20-17. He lost to the Giants 45-3. So he's not losing the bums. Well, I mean, if you look at the Bears and you want to give your opinion at RA, but I mean, other than that, he has the Jets next, which he may lose to, which is very. He got the Chiefs twice, the Vikings, the Colts, and then the Broncos. So, I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on. I mean, and the Raiders aren't a great. I mean, I don't know how they are defensively on Madden, but offensively, I think they got Jimmy G, so they might be decent,
He
on offense.
traded
But
Devontae too.
he traded Devontae
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, he traded him to Pooty.
to
But I think he
Pooty.
won that trade though. I think he won that trade because Devontae like 47 years old.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the difference. I'm gonna tell you the difference in Tad with the Chiefs, though. Tad's running the ball. And you're not seeing as much with Mahomes as you probably would have seen in the past with him because he's not passing a lot every game compared to running. I mean, he has 1,000 yards already on the year with Isaiah Pacheco. And, I mean, even with Kelsey only got 300 yards. Tony only got 400. So it's not like he's out here just passing and, doing what he got to do. But, I mean, he's really starting to run the
Is
ball.
he
And I
winning
think that
though?
running game I mean, he's 5-3. He's 5-3, and he plays. What does he play
Yeah.
this week? He plays.
Long
Let's
as he
see. Let's see.
winning.
He plays Hefe, so that's a force. And
Yeah.
Gio said the reason he's not passing is because he doesn't have Tyreek Hill. I mean, but even with that, he's found another way. Pacheco. Pacheco leads the league in rushing yards right now.
You going
Um,
crazy with him.
yeah,
That's
and
no excuse to not have Tyreek Hill to not pass from Mahomes, though.
yeah. I mean, but I'm
Unless
saying
you
I think that's
winning.
why he's winning. I mean, when you run that ball, it's way different than passing 1,000 times like you used to. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but that's I feel like that's known with Mayfield, but with Chad, he normally
he said make sure you
scrambling
said that
back
man
30
force. I
yards.
think it is force. It's let me see.
When
Hold
y'all
on.
playing, Gio?
When y'all playing Gio,
I think they the last game, right?
is varying which one I'm playing.
It's very RA, Geo and Carmen, and I think it's one more.
He said he waiting on Kerman.
Who's
Oh
Kermit?
yeah,
All right,
nah,
JK,
Urban
you are
Lexi.
muted. All right. All right. So yeah, I mean, last but not least, obviously, this is half season, and at this point, I like to always get a few Super Bowl picks in. It's half the season's over. So we're gonna go through that. I know at 12 o'clock, I got to run out to head to the game, but so we're gonna talk a little bit of NFL, and then we're gonna end this thing. But first things first. Let's do weekly schedule for next week, Super Bowl picks, and then we'll move on. So next week league schedule. By the way, a few things real quick. Good job with scheduling. The little private chat seem to be working. And it's definitely helpful towards us at the end of the day as far as advance and stuff like that. But and many people are gonna do what they want to do. But when it comes down to the scheduling, it's trying to at least have a time within 24 hours because y'all be having us waiting forever. And it's the same people, and nobody else going to complain, so I will. But week 10, let's start off with C versus Brook. We just talked about C and the Panthers. He's 6-2 right now, and he can move to 7-2. But he plays Brook, who has Justin Fields, started off with a few forced losses. Kind of getting on his feet, but then falling again. So who do y'all have between the Panthers and the Bears?
I
I
got
got
Panthers
C
minus
winning that.
three. Panthers minus three. I take Panthers minus three.
Okay. I'm going to take the Panthers on that. Like I said, I haven't watched none of his games, but I think he got to be doing something. Next up is the battle of the first round pick: Dre versus Gio.
Nah, it's
That's
a
a
tough
tough one
one.
right there.
Pootie said Brooks will definitely win against Panthers.
Well, Pooley's just a hater, so he's gonna go against any or C in any game. So,
All
but
right, so
I'm gonna go Dre in that losing streak.
okay, all right.
I don't know, man. They might tie.
Gio said Dre. He trying to get the world against him so he can. All right, next up is Jaco versus LD. Texans and the Bengals. I think Jaco's tanking personally, so I'm definitely going with the Bengals, Stanley.
It wouldn't make sense for him to tank though, because TUT got his first round pick.
Oh, well, maybe he don't
Oh,
know that.
Now, I think he do know, but
He
I'm gonna
said,
go with
"Watch when it's
LD.
my turn. How Reese hate on me." All right, next up is Phil and P. Earl.
That should
I'm
be a good
gonna.
one.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
take
know.
Phil.
Phil seemed like he cocky about it, like he got it going on. So,
That
Is
boy Fred
Trevor
Warner been playing like a damn animal possessed in that middle.
is Trevor Lawrence back?
Oh, he
uh,
was hurt.
he
I know
was
he said
hurt.
he was hurt.
Let me see if he back.
Yeah, them injuries are outrageous. This madden, bro.
Man, especially when they start dropping, all them drop. Once you get an injury late early in the game, all of it's like it's just gonna keep going. It's just gonna keep going. That's why I lost a few games.
I done pulled the plug in swag league. My quarterback broke his ribs.
Yeah. Lawrence is back, but he got four quarterbacks anyway. I mean, they're not as decent, but I don't know why he got four QBs. But whatever.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna go
gonna go
Jazz. I'm
with
gonna go
What's
Jazz
Zion.
Pierre?
by
What's
3.
Pierre record? What's Pierre record?
What's who
Six and
record?
two.
What's Pierre record? Let me see.
I think 6-2.
Yeah.
Oh, he rolling too. That's gonna be a good one. But I'm gonna take Phil.
All right, so we got Saints and Vikings.
Mark could get right, and he'll be back in the chat after playing the Saints.
I don't know. Saints just got him a win. I don't know who he played.
I don't know what's going on with
He
Mark. He
just
seems
beat
like
Bruce.
Mark
Oh,
getting
the
a little
Saints.
busy now. He getting a little busy. Getting a little
He
busy.
he done threw
Um,
this. He done threw this season in.
right. Packers and Steelers. Reese, Herb just plays the game for he played the game. He keep his
Yeah.
head cocked to the side. He chills out. Browns and Ravens. Oh, and listen, man. I don't know what the hell I did last time. I lost by like 34 points.
Quit talking shit and just play your game. Cause I
No,
don't
I
like when
don't
you talk
talk. First
shit.
of all, I don't even talk. I don't even talk shit. I don't even talk shit.
He don't.
But Owen's
You
gonna get
waiting to
his
post
ass
that
beat.
fuck around to find out. Mean he loves talking your shit.
Owen's gonna get his ass beat. But next up is the Titans and the Bucks. T Nice. He changed his name.
Yeah.
Mayor. Yeah. Dez, you play UT. I got you winning that. Now, excuse me. A lot of players count out RA, but RA plays Pooty, and I have RA winning. I actually have RA beating Pooty.
Yeah, I can
I'm
see it.
taking Pooty, man.
Yeah.
Already struggling with them charges, and they are loaded.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
real.
I
I
was
mean,
about to say I can see it though, because Pooty in it.
uh,
That's right.
listen. Week 10, Giants and Cowboys.
Giants,
Cowboys got to win this game. Cowboys got to win. He got to win this game.
bro. That game right there is personal for
Reese,
both
he said
sides.
Reese a hater like his family.
Facts.
I
I was
don't
about
know.
to
We
say
gonna
that
find
I ain't
some.
gonna say. I ain't gonna say that.
Swag did him in the first game. Let's see if JD learns something.
Yeah, Commanders at Seahawks. I got
Carmen should win that
Seahawks. I
game.
got Chris winning that game.
I
Nah,
got
I'm taking
Carmen.
Commanders. Carmen
By the
Cheese is
way,
too unmatched for picks.
Jets and Raiders.
Very.
There.
Yeah, yeah.
And then last but not least, the Broncos and the Bills.
ACL.
I
Okay.
would take T-Day with the upset.
Really? Listen, T
With the
Day, I don't
rollout.
know why there was a player that I feel like this man, he's super powerful. Noah Fant. And it's according to Owen, I think it was Owen or somebody. It might not have been Owen. Chris actually offered you Noah Fant. And that was your way to the Super Bowl right there. Noah Fant is a beast this Madden. Gio said he has the
Was it
hardest
just
schedule in
because
the
he went
league.
off against you, or
T-Day ain't going through that shit now. No offense, not upgrading no more. He done with that shit.
Gio said he has the hardest schedule in the league. Well, I mean, all right, let's get down to it. Super Bowl picks before we get to this football talk. Because y'all been hitting on bets and not,
Real life Super Bowl picks.
no. Game.
Uh,
And game. We're going to start with Dez. Who you got? You can pick yourself.
I would pick myself, but for the sake of the podcast, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Um, whew. Oh, as of right now, I'm gonna choose either Swag or Reese.
So what's the
NFC loaded
AFC?
right now. Let me go see AFC real quick. Let me see them standings. AFC real like ain't nobody separating themselves in the AFC right now. So I don't think AFC can get a bowl. But
Mm.
if I had to choose anybody out the AFC, it'd be Maceo Berry.
All
I
right,
feel like those
Reese.
are the only two in the AFC. But yeah, again, I ain't gonna pick myself. So it'll either be out the NFC, Swag or Dez. And the AFC is going to be either Barry or Mason. I don't even know who else is in the AFC, honestly.
Pete Earl over there, he looking
P.
straight.
Earl, okay, but yeah, I don't think
He
he.
I
said,
ain't picking
Pootie
him
said, as
over
long as
Earl.
Reese don't win the bowl.
See, that's just hate.
LD, what's up? Who you picks?
Oh shit, LD in AFC. My bad.
All right, Phil. We feel that he walked away.
Phil, he gone.
All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna
I
go.
say Phil is a dark horse in the NFC though. I seen the
NFC.
game with Fred Warner, bruh. That dude is a problem in the middle. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, listen, that's how it happens. But we're gonna get to real football talk. I gotta get out of here by 12:15. So spend this next time talking about that. First things first. Good League Podcast. This is the part where you place your bets and do what you got to do. I know a lot of people yesterday, and I feel bad because I went on Twitter and they are tearing Deion Sanders apart. I'm not talking about college really. I'm gonna get to the NFL, but. Do y'all think that Colorado's just a hype story? Or y'all think you just got to give him a chance because they play USC? They play USC next week. So y'all think he's a hype story? Or y'all think they needed that loss? And if Travis Hunter was in the game, do y'all think it would have made a difference?
I don't think it'd have made a difference. That like you can tell the talent difference in that game. Well, the little bit I watched, cause I ain't a big college fan. I just like to tune in for Dion and UGA. But other than that, I can't really comment. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, I was about to say they're not a hype story. I mean, they won more games than they did last year, but you can clearly see, like Des was saying, like Oregon has way more talent, way more athletes than Colorado has. So that's just inevitable. Whether they had Travis Hunter or not, I mean, they probably still would have got destroyed. Oregon's just cream of the crop, and Colorado was just scratching the surface.
All right. They said Gio said they really needed that loss. I don't know if LD on them are muted or not. I think they muted. Yeah, they muted. All right. Next thing up is a few good NFL games today. I know there's a lot of differences. A lot of people don't believe that the Jets can beat the Patriots. I believe that the Jets are going to beat the Patriots. But a lot of the games that I think the biggest 1 o'clock game is
Falcons versus Lions, baby.
no.
Going up to D-Town, whooping some ass.
Y'all gonna get y'all ass handed to y'all today. I ain't gonna lie. I think
See,
the Lions
I would
What you want
say
to
it
put
would be
on
the
it?
Saints and the Packers, but we missing like everybody, so we'll probably
ain't
lose.
nobody gonna watch that game.
Y'all
That
gonna
game,
win
I
that
don't.
game though. Y'all gonna win that game, Reese.
We down Aaron Jones, Jair, Watson,
Jair
Bakhtiari,
hurt now?
Jenkins. Yeah, we missing everybody. Like we probably
So
could do
what
enough today.
what game do y'all have on upset alert though?
Titans over the Browns.
No.
So nobody believes that the Commanders can beat the Bills?
No.
Okay.
I think they can, but it ain't gonna happen.
Right. I think that's my upset pick of the day. I think that the Commanders are gonna beat the Bills. I don't know.
Well,
Liar.
I
Josh
guess
Allen,
my
huh?
upset pick of this week were the two that I'm looking at pick 'em that majority of America went with. I went the other way. Is I took the Chargers over the Vikings, and I took Steelers over the Raiders, and I took the Bengals, but I was so tempted to pick them Rams over the Bengals, bro. The Rams gonna beat them Bengals.
I
Watch.
think the Bengals gonna win.
I
I
chose the
do.
Bengals for sake of my money, but I think the Rams can take them Bengals, bro.
If Burrow don't play, then the Rams definitely probably win. But if Burrow plays, I don't think they go 0-3. I think
Yeah, I
so.
mean now the Eagles and the Bucks. The Bucks might. I don't
The
know.
Bucks not beating the Eagles, bro.
I don't know.
Baker, nah. Baker finna Baker this week. He
Yeah.
finna Baker. He finna Baker his ass off this week.
um.
Eagles loaded.
I think the Bears, something got to change up there because I don't think that is as much as Justin Fields as it is coaching, if that makes sense. I actually I don't believe in him. Like, I don't believe he's going to be like a top. I never expect him to be a top 10 quarterback, but I definitely think he can do way more. I mean, looking at the team, it don't seem like the wide receivers get open anyway. So I think that the Bears probably going to get millywhopped by the Chiefs.
It's Justin, bro.
It's
It
it's
ain't the
it's
team.
both. It's both. Cause I'm like,
It's
it's been. You see all the clips about the wide open receivers, like they're clapping trying to get the ball, and Fields is just he don't look comfortable
he just. I
behind
don't
that O
think he
line.
trusts what he see. He
Right.
just
That's what
won't
you're
throw
right.
it.
He won't throw the ball. Now, like I said, that's a little bit of both. But we'll see what they do this week or today.
Oh damn, defense
Okay.
number 4 offense.
And then, last but not least, well, Reese, let's talk about Jordan Love for a little bit. Why do you believe in him so bad? I thought that once A Rod left, I thought that the Packers would just fall flat on their face, quite frankly.
That's because you're
Um,
a hater too.
no, 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 no. I think they got potential. But I mean, what do you think? Do you think Jordan Love? A lot of times when you plug in a different quarterback, like the defense, as crazy as it sounds, sometimes the defense might actually step up and play better. Sometimes, like players step up, in hard situations. Now, y'all haven't played. Who have y'all? Let me look at the Packers schedule really quick.
Bears and Falcons.
Oh, okay. So y'all haven't really played like anybody.
Before you answer that, Reese, let me say this. Jordan Love was cooking in the beginning of that game when the running game was going, and then like people was just like everything was moving flawless. You know what I'm saying? Like no problem. So, but when shit got kind of tight, like you can see like the age. You know what I'm saying? Jordan
Yeah,
Love, his
the
experience
inexperience
show.
shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
But like I
Cause
said,
I
I'm
like
mean,
not.
but that's what's going to show for the rest of the season when he start playing these good teams. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I was trying to get you.
Each game just got to get better. He's not ready yet, but he's exceeded all the expectations already that I've set for him.
Let me ask. Let
Like
me
the
ask this: Do
whole
you
offense is
see
young.
any inspiration of A Rod in him? Like,
Absolutely. I'm not saying he's going to be A Rod or have the career A Rod had, but like seeing like the way he throws, his mannerisms and stuff like that, you can see like he really soaked up where A Rod was talking, like teaching him. So I mean, like I
okay,
said, I'm excited for the future. Like man, we just got to get healthy. We missing a lot of players, but like once this offense is actually fully back and healthy, like I'm excited for him.
okay,
one good thing is though, bro, he letting that shit rip. He ain't like Justin Fields holding on to it. He letting that shit rip. He learning as he go.
I'm about to say
That
he ain't scared.
that last drive against y'all with last week, I was like, when that last drive, with the experience he'll learn, like some of them check downs in that last drive would have been good to hit instead of trying to, you
Trying
know
to
what
get the
I'm saying,
whole
go
big
down.
play, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
I agree. So,
He's
so
gonna be
when
alright
it
though.
so when it comes down to that, that's fine. Now, what's going on with Minnesota and the Vikings? Because to me, they got the talent, and then Kirk Cousins is kind of like he's on, and then when he's on, and then when he's off, he's off. Um, Now they play the Chargers today, and I think that game gonna be like a 40-40 something type game. I think it's gonna be another repeat of what we see in there. But last week, most of Blitz chat was in the chat blaming Justin Herbert, and the Chargers fans was saying it's not Herbert's fault, it's the coach fault. And I mean, now Herbert did put up a game. Now I don't know exactly, but I think that we as fans in general, when the team wins, we blame we give the quarterback credit, and when he loses, we give him credit. But do you think that Herbert really is the problem, or do you think it's somewhere on defense, or maybe the coaching?
Again, more of both. Like Herbert is a really rare talent, a very good quarterback, but he's got to start winning more. Now I know his defense isn't that great. I know he's been without Eckler the last couple of weeks, but if you want to be one of them ones, you got to put the team on your back and win. So they should win this game today. They have the better team.
I
We're gonna
don't, I
see.
don't know. I can't say too much about the Chargers because I watch absolutely zero. percent of their games. But that team too talented to not be winning, and that gotta boil down to coaching because coaching is the most important thing in the NFL, bro. All these boys, the top tier talent of the world in the sport. So, and to have some of the best players in the sport, it's gotta boil down to coaching, man. It ain't no other way to look at it.
Wait a minute, Reese. Now you said everything besides today. Jones, Watson, Batari, Jenkins, and Jair out today.
Yeah, I said that.
God damn! I took y'all.
I told like after I seen that, I'm like I just hope we compete. I don't if we win, shit, even better. But I
Y'all
think
Well,
gonna
we'll
this is
win.
your first home game, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Y'all should.
I mean they got Olave and Thomas, and then we down Jair. So I'm like, that means Carrington Valentine, 7th round draft pick, gonna be playing. I don't like that matchup at all.
I think y'all stacked that receiver though. Like
I mean, I
even
hope
y'all
so.
young boys be balling.
I'm like, we down our best two offensive linemen. I'm like, it's AJ Dillon hasn't done shit this year.
So
I
y'all
mean, we
have.
gonna see.
You know
Let
he
me
ain't
see. Let me
that
see.
big play guy though. He one of them. You gonna be hurting tomorrow after tackling his fat ass all day.
I need him to stop tripping over his feet. He keep killing me with that.
All right. Well, last but not least, he said, "Coaching, you can't score 1,200 and you can't score 1,200 and give up 1,200." That might be true too. I mean, I just don't know. As far as the thing, I just feel like in the NFL, maybe in sports in general, like people look at the leader and when they win, they win. When they lose, they lose. But Herbert has not been winning for years in certain games. I mean, and playoff success, none of that. And they give him like this go ahead that they don't give the other quarterbacks. But neither here nor there, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I gotta head out to the game, and then I gotta drive right to Philly right after. So, I'll see y'all.
Pull
Have a
up.
good week. Hopefully, y'all teams win. You said what?
Pull up.
No, no,
It's gonna be 3-0 on Monday morning with the Falcon, baby.
no. But all right, we'll see y'all. I'll see y'all.